Hey Tim, I'm looking for Eaglet, so I can't read the chat. I might get booted out again. We're back to the I'm going to boot around. And I can hear it, I just can't see it. I can hear my my further than that. I'm on the main signal. I cannot find it. So I waited all day. Missed it coming out of the cave. It came out as I moved. Should have just stuck to the cave. I know better. Let's see if this moves. That could be his tail. It could be a rock. But he's got a white tip tail. Think it's a rock. thought I saw it. I need it to fly. I will never find it unless it flies. And it could be over the bluff. Which means I won't find it. So I'm going to go to the cave and just look at the sky. Because once Mama comes, I'll see where she drops the fish. Was that a small one? Or? Yes, that was a small bird. Just looked big. Okay. That is eaglet. Back to the cave. But that is eaglet. He's letting Mama know that he woke up. He's right in the left corner. That darker part, that's eaglet. All right, and we can see its white beak. Told you, if it flies, we've got more chances. We've got too many shadows because of the sun. The reason I'm not zooming in, it might take off again. And I want to be ready so we don't spend 2 hours looking for it. Well, in 1 hour the daylight will be gone, but see how the color changes with the sun being covered by clouds? Hey, Dennis Antonizio. Where did I put my drink? Typical. I took it inside. Dang. Okay. Okay, well, took my water inside. Why did I do that? I'm zooming out. I've got to run to get my water bottle. Been standing outside most of the day and it's 95 degrees. The heat got trapped. Right, it's right there. That dark thing is Eaglet. Hey, Cristo del Norte. If it disconnects again, there is nothing I can do about it. My signal is good. With this story, I'm earning more and more streams, but I guess they think that Eaglet can be covered on their time. Went to check, no buck. But what I was saying last night was confirmed. I think it's so muddy. The wildlife is staying away because it's muddy at the tree line too. I've been using boots. I'm sinking in the mud. Train so much. First we were too dry, now we too wet. Oh, don't tell me I've got a wasp on my head. Oh, I think I do. Right. Oh, Cristo del Norte, you see that black spot, that black shape on the left, almost center of the screen, but left? Like, oops, very left. That's an eaglet. It fledged on July 4th. We watched it grow. It was born on April 18th. And just before you came in, it was flying and it landed here. And it's learning how to fly and getting food from Mama Eagle. And in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, it will, assuming, it's learning on course, it will migrate and go to do his own thing, or her own things. And I've been filming a lot of Eaglet because we're on a time crunch. Soon as it is independent enough, it will fly away. We won't see it again, like it happens every year. Every year we watch the parents incubating, we count. Then we watch when we are at the watch time of hatching, we watch for the little bubble heads, as I call them. They look like cotton balls. We see just the tip of the head because the nest is so deep, and then we see them growing. We watch the parents feeding them. And eventually, when they are 10 weeks old, then we on fledge watch, 10 to 13 weeks. That one flew out at 11 weeks exactly, on the day he turned 11 weeks, which was July 4th. And now we're just following it, learning to fly, dive, hover. get food from Mama, start to be possessive about his food when Mama gets it. And sometimes she doesn't release it to teach him to fight for his food. And then she'll try to take his food and he'll cover it with his wings to teach him to protect his food. Or teach her. I called it Zoo, since we will never know the gender, but it's bigger than Dad and almost as big as Mom, so that might be an indication itself it's a female. And hopefully we'll see Mama drop off the food and see him open his wings and literally dive on her to get the food, like he did yesterday or the day before. So I've got to stream a lot. Also, I've got to work to catch it while it's here. And then we start all over again next year. But if you go in my playlist called Golden Eagles, you'll see some close-up of the old nest, of the new nest, of the adult mating, getting fed, flying. And it's not always clear. There you go, look. Oh, we were looking at a rock, I guess. He was right behind the rock. And he's getting ready to fly out. So I've got to zoom out. Sorry about that. Yeah, I've got a very loud phone ring. Phantom of the Opera. Because I get woken up at night. I'm on call 24 hours a day. And I'm so afraid I won't hear the phone. If I'm called, there is an emergency somewhere. You see, I should have been zoomed out. Okay. It's going to the big cave. There we go. And I've got hummingbird too. Great. Oops. See, the wind is picking up. Look at its feathers. It's going to fly again. So if I zoom in, just want to be able to follow it when it flies. It's getting ready to go. Trying to look at the screen and at the sky to see if I can see Mama. And so easy. His wings are half open, so I'm assuming it's going to fly out again. And I'm guessing Mama heard him and went to get a fish. Getting attacked by mosquitoes, awesome. Yep, I'm getting attacked. Why are the mosquitoes not buzzing anymore? They used to buzz. They don't buzz anymore, they're so quiet. car was very quiet because Hummingbird was perched, and it's blurry because of the tree behind it, but it was doing that thing with its tongue, and it's too blurry. I've got to try to get closer. Yeah, I got his tongue coming in and out, but the bird is too blurry, so I'm going to have to do it from a distance. Wait it out with a scope. But it's so neat. It perches, and after drinking the nectar, it actually keeps putting its tongue in and out. So neat. Hope we get to see Mama delivering a fish. It's going to be dark at 8:15, 7:45. I've got to disconnect to do a shift change tonight. And you see, that's the cave he slept in all afternoon. Look at the rock. This is the cave where he was at. All right, hopefully it doesn't fly off. I've got to put a hoodie on. I'm getting attacked by mosquitoes. You're going to hear a spray, but I need to mosquito-proof. Right, that should do it. Eucalyptus and lemon spray. I mean, it's not too bad for an iPhone. And the lens is broken because Raccoon said hello to my phone and dropped it. I still cannot see her. Doesn't mean she's not around. She could be below in the river or at the lake. Hi, Agibu Barry, or Agibu Barry, or Iguibu Barry. At least we can say I tried. It's like, where are you, Mama? She did 2 rounds and he didn't, or she didn't react. It. Let's call it a it. Hey, Marty Martin. His wings are not totally drawn back, so I'm getting ready for a takeoff, I guess. And if I zoom in, I'll lose it. That's why I've got it a bit zoomed out. It's calling again. Xiahan, Hein, a golden eagle, a golden eaglet, baby eagle, waiting for mama. Eagle, golden. It's waiting for mama to bring a fish. The river is right below. And I'm zoomed out because if it flies off, it's easier to follow. I just enjoy watching wildlife. I'm not a professional photographer, video maker, whatever we want to call it. I try my best. I'm getting better over the years. Thank you. I'm hoping we see the fish drop. It's always pretty neat. She might be around. Usually he takes that posture when she's around. But I don't see her. No. Hey, Samurai Jack. I'm looking at the sky too, so I hope I don't miss it if it flies off. Because if I see mama coming, usually I'll tell you left, right, above, below. I know that's because I'm zoomed out and I'm using the smaller scope. One of my previous Actually, if you go on my community post, you'll see it zoomed in. When I was zoomed in this afternoon, I took a photo screen. If it was fake, I wouldn't have so many videos on it. And I wouldn't have spent that many hours looking at it from birth to fledged to now. René Montenegro. That's because I'm zoomed out in case of it flies off. And now if it flies off, we're going to lose. I'm not centered to be zoomed in. And because it's getting darker, it's not as good to zoom in. And if I don't hold the scope, it's too low for you. Hopefully it doesn't fly off. I went too high now. And we might have lost it. There you go. So like this afternoon, we could zoom in the few times it was out. And I use a bigger scope during daylight. There we go. So that's zoomed in with a small scope, and I can't do anything about the blurriness because we've lost light. It's going to be dark in 15 minutes. So I've got to zoom out to get more light. And the golden eagle nest is on the property. So that's why I can follow them every year. They come back every year. This year is a new pair. The last pair came for 10 years. I thought they would come for 11th one. But they were disrupted by humans. We needed to see them by the top, from the top. And they were filmed and reported. But it was too late. The pair left and the new pair came, built a nest. They built the nest in 3 months, so I'm guessing they're going to work on it this winter. We do keep a big pile of branches and brush, so they can just fly above and take what they want. And the bald eagles will actually come here too and get some brush and branches. Summer is golden eagles, autumn, winter, and sometimes spring, depending on the golden eagles. It's bald eagles. And soon as the eaglet leaves, all the hawks will come back. Red hawks, kestrels, Ospreys, or the Raptures. And the ravens will be back. So they've got a nest on that rock face that they use in the winter, but they leave in the summer because of eaglet. Thank you, Zia Ann. And as you can see, it's getting so dark. I've got to minimize it. If you're on a tablet, some phones will allow it. You can actually zoom in the picture. Computers on tablets will let you do it. Some phones do, some phones don't. And you see, YouTube really reduces the sizes because like this afternoon, the Eagle was taking the entire screen. And I've got a big phone. It was taking the entire screen the way I was zoomed in. And when I checked my tablet, it was nowhere to what I had it zoomed in. But I'm looking into my app because I've got a link that I can put on YouTube to relay my direct feed from my camera instead of using YouTube Cam app, which is very basic. Just got to find time to read on it and see how it's done. But I'll more than likely be back. I've got a late appointment. I might be back in the morning with the deer on the squirrel. And then when I come back from that work appointment, I've got to be off property and meet humans. I had to get out of property twice this week. Yes, I try to not meet humans, don't ask. I'm quite happy with wildlife and nature. They don't disappoint me. I'm sure I'm disappointing people as much as they disappoint me. It's a two-way street. But with wildlife, there is no problem. Or in nature. So I should be back to be able to do a stream by 4:30 my time, which is Colorado time, mountain time. So like now it's 8 p.m., well, 8:08. Yes, it's Bigfoot. Did you see it? I couldn't find the Loch Ness Monster, so I went for Bigfoot. And right now, because it's getting so dark, the white spot's telling you where it is. One of my previous stream, I think I've wrote it on it, but we had a good zoom in. Actually, in my community post, I've got the link to that stream. Or was it the next one? No, I've got the link to that stream where I had a zoom in near the beginning before it went inside the cave. So if you want a good look at it, that stream's got a zoom in, or you can look at the photo. And when it's 95 degrees, you get heat waves. Hi, Silvano Pasquini. And Citizen just posted the link to it on the chat. If you're on a phone, you might have a problem to get the blue link, but on a tablet or computer, no problem. And if you're on a browser on a phone, you have no problem to grab the link. Oh, it got darker even earlier tonight. Gosh, where did summer go? In July, I could stream till 9:15. 8:10. I don't know if I'm going to do a night stream or not. I'm thinking on it. I don't know if Buck got better. My morning stream, we had a buck that got in a bit of an entanglement situation with a fence in the mud. After fighting a larger buck, and it was disoriented, it came to the area on the front because it's used to it. And it was charging everything, and I went out, talked to it from a distance. And then it calmed down. And after an hour, it left. So hopefully it's better. It had no wounds, no limping, no nothing. But it was scared. And deer can get that thing, whatever the word is. When they get stressed, they get toxins, which causes a condition. Capture myopathy. But it did calm down. It's used to my voice, and it did calm down when it heard my voice, so hopefully it's good. I hope so, because he does a lot of funny things on my stream. He's a sweet buck. He's the one that goes on show with raccoons, skunks, squirrels, you name it. He goes on just hang out with everything and anyone. Damaged one of its antler. His velvet was bleeding, but that's normal anyway. When they shed the velvet, they bleed. I think Mama came twice, he wasn't up, she gave up. I'm hoping he gives us a wing flap at least. Earlier in the stream, he was flying. Yeah, I'm filming that from my patio a mile away. He's 600 feet up, where he's at now, and I am 1 mile away. Because at the river would be too close. Depending on where he perches, I can get it from the river. On the rock as a close-up. We couldn't get any close. And I think I did a short on that Golden Eaglet playlist. Okay, well, it's getting so dark that we don't see much, so I'm just going to unhook the phone and you can see on the scope it gets darker. But this is where I film. At the bottom where the trees are is the river. On that rock face is on the property. And I filmed the deer on that side over there. So when I tell you Fatso Squirrel, the one with no tails that takes nuts from my mouth on the live stream, when I tell you she'll be here in 15 minutes, it's because I can see where she's going. And then it goes up all the way behind these trees. And sometimes I go over there too. We've got the pond over there. So that's where I'll get the blue herons and the pelicans. And we've got the cattle. And the fawn right now lives in there. Like I filmed it a few weeks ago, it's in the deer folder, and I had to stand on the patio table to be able to see above the fence. But this is where all the wildlife is filmed from. I avoid the buildings for the owner's privacy, as is per his request. And I live in his, what he calls, guest house. I will not be able to even afford rent in such a beautiful area. Hi, outdoors with Big Matt. So this gives you an idea on Le Bois. And I've got foot the way around, and sometimes I take walks, or I go on the ATV, ride the ATV, and I give you a tour. And behind these trees is a big cornfield, and that's where black bear lives in the summer, and the deer. They got corn water shade. And this is where hummingbirds hang out. And this is where I filmed it, putting its tongue out, but it was too blurry because I was too far. So tomorrow morning I'm going to wait it out, go at a distance, put a scope on it, and I'm going to try to get its tongue in slow motion. It was so interesting to watch. I hope I get lucky enough to be able to get it. Anyway, I'm going to go to do my night day shift change. So I'll see you all maybe later. If you turn your notifications on all, you'll know if I'm coming on tonight or not. The deer, the raccoons have been staying away because it's a pile of mud. We got almost 2 inches of water in 40 minutes. We filmed it last Sunday. And we filmed Diglett getting soaked. Mama didn't allow it to go in the cave. She taught him to ride a stone on a rock and get soaked. And when we could see again visibility, I took back the scope outside and he was so loud. I'm guessing telling her off, how did you dare to get me wet? Anyway, blessings. Thank you for watching. Turn on your notifications. And that will tell you when I come live. I can't pre-schedule because I don't know when wildlife's going to show up. At night, I let it run. Last week, we had a 10-hour stream. We had 9 hours, 15 minutes of constant wildlife. And then the last few nights, I let it run, and we had very few. So it's all up to wildlife, as you know. Anyway, blessings, and I'll see you maybe later or tomorrow. Thank you. Good night or good day, depending on where you are in the world. Bye. Au revoir.